Hi everyone. So now let's discuss about career planning and development, professional resumes, and professional cover letters and applications. Your resumes and your cover letters are really important. Kasi kapag nagpasa kayo niyan sa isang company, yun yung first na, kumbaga, pwede nilang pagkunan ng impression sa inyo, yung resume nyo and yung letter nyo. So, how you format it and how you make it is really important. Para in the early stage class, no, makuha nyo yung attention ng pinag-applyan nyo or ng employer. Okay? So, a great resume can capture the attention of a recruiter or hiring manager and help you stand out from other applicants. Formatting your resume is an important step in creating professional, readable resume. Okay, so meron tayong iba't ibang format ng pag-ayos ng resume which we're gonna discuss later. But yung sa mga format na yon, depende kung ano yung gusto nyong ma-highlight dun sa resume mo. So one of the first decisions you should make is the type of resume you would write. So it could be chronological, functional, or combination. Kasi yung each type ng resume na yun class has a benefit doon um, sa inyo. It depends on your various background and objectives also with applying. So your goal sa paggawa ng resume is to deliver a document that allows employers to quickly see why you're a good fit at the job. Kasi yung mga employers na yan, yung mga companies na yan class, they're receiving tons of resumes from different candidates. Pools of candidates talaga. So dapat yung resume mo striking and makita agad nila, this person is really fit for the job. You should choose a resume format based on your job search activities and also your background. Okay? So, here are the formats. Most popular resume formats. First, we have the chronological resume. So when we say class chronological resume, this list your work experience in reverse chronological order, starting with your most recent position at the top. Itong photo na to, kinuha ko to dun sa module mo. So, kung makikita nyo, ito yung tsura ng chronological resume. So, nandito yung name and contact information, yung summary, your objective, kung bakit ka nag-apply dun sa work, your professional history, may work background ka ba, or nag-work ka na ba sa iba, pwede mong ilagay dito. Your educational history, saan ka graduate, as well as yung mga skills and abilities. Okay? So, kailan natin ginagamit yung chronological resume? Ginagamit natin to, or it's a good choice for anyone whose employment history shows a convincing advancing career path. Marami kang experience na connected with each other. Pwede natin gamitin yung chronological resume. So, for example, gagamit ka ng chronological resume kapag matagal ka na sa industry or you have several years in the industry and each role you've had was more senior than the last. Kumbaga, pataas na pataas yung position mo. Pwedeng mong gamitin yung chronological resume. It's also often used by people who are applying to a position in the same or similar field to the majority of their work experience. For example, nag-work ka sa hotel as a front office associate, tapos you have multiple work experience with the same job. Also, pwede mong ilagay yon. Then, now you're probably applying for a front office manager or front office supervisor. Pwede mong ipakita yung mga job experiences mo na you have from the front office, stuff like that. Okay? However, class, no, if you have multiple gaps in your employment history or maraming gaps, kumbaga, you work then you stop for couple of time, and then you work again, then you stop. Gaps yung tawag natin doon. O kaya naman, baka magpapalit ka ng work or ng industry, you're probably from, saan ba? Probably from the airline industry, tapos tatawid ka sa ibang industry. Itong chronological, ang tawag ito? Chronological resume format is actually um, not that for you. You might as well consider another format, which is yung functional natin, or pwede rin yung combination, which we're gonna discuss later. In functional resume naman, the focus is more on relevant skill than work history. Diba? Ano yung mga skills mo na related dun sa job na ina-apply mo? Yun ang hina-highlight sa functional resume. So it is best if you have multiple gaps in employment. So kung maraming gaps, like we mentioned kanina, maganda na gamitin natin yung functional resumes. For our shifting careers, papalit ka ng career with little to no experience in the industry in which you're applying, or if you're re-entering the workforce after a lengthy break. Or kung why nag-work ka sa, example, you work in the hospitality industry, then nagpahinga ka ng matagal, and then now you're coming back. So, best yung functional resume, it's because ang pinafocus dito or ang ina-highlight dito ay yung skills. Ano ba yung relevant skills? Ano yung skills na meron ka na pwede mong magamit dun sa job na ina-apply? Okay? So this is how a functional resume looks like. The name and contact information, summary, your skills, group by theme, here you go. Any relevant professional experience that you have and your education. Ang resume class mostly is 1 to 2 pages. I mentioned kanina na madaming resume ang na-receive ng mga employers or ng mga companies. So it's important that your resume will be precise pero on point. Andun yung mga strengths mo and andun yung mga uh, matters na kailangan makita ng company na ina-applyan mo. Now, kung manonotice mo, bakit walang photo? There are actually a lot of companies now na hindi na consider yung picture. It actually depends na dun sa company na apply natin. Especially sa ibang bansa, this is how their resume actually looks like. Okay? Kumbaga, it's actually good also because their focus is your skills, what you can offer to the company. Diba? The other one, we have the combination resume. Ang combination resume class, it's a blend of a chronological and functional resume types. So this resume format allows you to emphasize both of your work experience and relevant skills. If you have both, kung meron ka naman ng work experience and relevant skills, and then it's really okay to flaunt it in your resume, right? So um, ito yung inside ng isang, or ito yung laman ng isang combination resume. You have name and contact information, the summary, skills and abilities, your professional experience, education, and awards. Okay, ginagamit natin yung combination resume kapag if you're making a career transitions. Paglilipat ka ng career tapos meron kang diverse employment or iba-iba yung employment background mo, or you have a number of transferable skills to support your qualification for a role, we're using this combination resume. Actually, class, ang combination resume, this is more flexible format compared dun sa dalawa natin. Okay? Because you should either list your skills or your work experience first, depending on which you consider more important for the role. Kung saan, ano sa tingin mo yung mas matimbang or mas dapat i-highlight para dun sa role na ina-applyan mo, you can put that first before the other. That's why it's very flexible. No? So just like what I mentioned a while ago, yung mga recruiters natin, they're viewing a lot of resumes full of candidates it could be 50 to 100 in a day. So, dapat your resume would be striking. Nakikita yung strengths mo. Ano ba yung skills mo? What can you offer sa company? Yun yung mga dapat nakikita natin. As well as precise, bulleted forms and the like. So that it would be easy to read para dun sa recruiter. Okay? Kasi they just give you a limited time. They will just spend you a limited time para mas nila yung resume mo. So what we want is that unang tingin pa lang nila, nakita na nila yung skill set mo or probably your experience or kung ano yung mga bagay na stand out ka from the rest of the candidates. Okay, that's why it's the way you construct or format your resume is really important. So here we go. How to format a resume. Una, apply appropriate margins. So in a professional setup, class, no? Ang margin na ginagamit natin ay 1 all sides. Okay? So that we can make sure na yung information na nasa document natin ay nag-fit siya doon sa buong page natin. So we use 1 both sides. Sometimes, when you're placing your relevant skills and experience, pwede mong i-reduce yung margin to 0.75. Okay, so but then do not adjust it or ng lower than 0.5. But mostly we're using 1. Okay? Then you can also left align your resumes para makita siya agad ng viewers natin. So you can see, naka-align siya dito sa part na to. Para madali din siyang mabasa. Okay? Another one is select a professional readable font. It's important that there are professional fonts that we have. Do not use fonts like Disney or probably Chiller, tama ba? Joker. Dun sa resume mo, una sa lahat, it looks very not professional. And second is, minsan kasi kapag medyo complicated yung fonts na ginamit natin, it is also complicated to read. Baka mahirapan pang magbasa yung recruiter. Okay? So we should also avoid light or thin fonts. Yung mga light lang or sobrang nipis na fonts na parang ang hirap basahin. Let's not use that. There are 2 main categories of fonts class. First, we have serif and the other one is sans. Sans serif. Serif and sans serif. Yung serif fonts natin, ito yung may mga tails, kung mapapansin nyo. Well, the other hand, yung sans serif yung walang tails. Okay? So, ang ginagamit natin sa resume yung mga sans serif because they are good fonts kasi it looks like clean and easy to read. Ano example nito? Avenir, Calibri, Cambria. You have this on your modules class. Constantia, Corbel, Franklin, Gothic, Garamond, Georgia, Jill Sands, and Helvetica. Yan yung mga madadaling basahin. This one is Gothic actually. Itong ginamit ko dito is Gothic. Diba? Mas malaki yung font. Tapos, kung makikita nyo, easier to read. Pati yung spacing ng letters from one another. So, yan. Yun yung mga dapat i-consider natin. Another one, we have make your font size 10 to 12 points. Kapag dami kang ilalagay dun sa resume mo, pwede mo gamitin yung 10. Remember, your resume is actually usually 1 page lang. Kapag medyo madami, you can extend it into 2 pages. So, yung font mo, dapat 10 to 12 points. If marami kang ilalagay, pwede yung 10 points class. Basta wag nang mas bababa pa sa 10 points kasi masyado na siyang mali. Mahirap siyang basahin. Okay? Wag na din namang mas lalaki sa 12 points because it looks like cartoonish. Alam mo yung ganong class. Yung parang sobrang laki and all. It's not appropriate na. So, dito lang. Dito lang siya dapat. Another one is feature section headers. Ano po yung section headers? Yung section headers class, ito yung parang siyang titles in the likes. Example, you have here your, this one is an example of section headers. You see? Yan, mga ganito. Section headers yan. Kung makikita nyo, naka-bold siya and the likes. Pwede rin italic or underline. Just make sure that your resume looks formal and professional class ha. Yan yung mga section headers natin. Para ginagamit natin itong mga section headers na to para madaling makita ni recruiter kung ano yung hinahanap niya. Example, he or she is looking for your experiences, di ba? Kapag naka-section header yan, mas madali. Makikita niya agad na, ito yung experiences, dito siya nag-work, and the likes. Okay? Pwede natin yung i-bold, just like what I've mentioned a while ago. You can use bold font o kaya naman pwede natin lakihan ng konti. Gawin natin font na 12 or 14 and 16. Kapag section header, okay lang na medyo malaki compared dun sa 12. It's because we want those features to be emphasized. Pero yung usual na laman ng resume mo should be 10 to 12 lang. Okay? Pwede mo rin ilakihan yung name. Name mo. Then, lagay mo sa center, contact number also, and the likes. The rest of the body or the information inside the resume should be 10 to 12 points. Okay? Another one is use bullet points. It's like what we mentioned, class, no? Your employer or your recruiter will just give you a few minutes para dun sa resume mo. So, mas madali nilang makita or mabasa kapag naka-bullet points. Don't make it too long paragraphs. Kasi hindi nila yung babasahin lahat. Just highlight what's your strength and your experience and the likes and use bullet points. But remember, in making or using bullet points class, do not sacrifice the details of your resume. Dapat kahit bulleted yan, nandun pa din yung details or yung mga things na gusto mong i-highlight dun sa resume mo. If you're talking about skills, example, tas 3 lang yung ilalagay mong skills, wag mo na i-bullet, just put comma. And that would be just one line din also, di ba? It's easier. But yeah, you can I highly recommend to use bullet points so that the employer will not have a hard time or too longer time in reading the contents of your resume. Another one is ask for feedback. It's okay to ask feedback, class, no? Example, you submit your resume. You can ask for a feedback kung probably when will be the interviews and the like questions and the likes. Okay? Another one is cover letter. So when you're submitting a resume, do not forget your cover letter. There are some companies na sinasabi nila that it's actually, or yeah, too old na. Probably it's a 2020-ish thing, yung paggamit ng cover letter, but it's actually really appropriate to put your cover letter. Diba? It's like you're submitting your resume and then kapag may cover letter ka sa unahan, it looks like a more introduction from the actual content of your resume. So a cover letter, also known as covering letter or application letter, is a one-page document that introduces a job seeker's work history, professional skills, and personal interest in applying for a job. So kung dun sa resume mo, nandun lahat yung contents, dito sa cover letter, in-expand mo siya kumbaga. The letter should be related dun sa work na ina-apply mo, while also it should state your skills, your objective, as well as yung history mo, work experience if you have, as well as your interest in applying the job. So, kumbaga, in-expand niya yung nandun sa resume mo. It actually adds up para mas makilala ka ng recruiter ng company na ina-apply. Here is an example of your cover letter. So, dito yung name, you can write your name here, then contact information. Dito, kung kanino mo siya ipapadala. Ano yung date, yung sinulat mo yung cover letter, and then yung name nung pagpapasahan mo, as well as the address. Actually, lagay mo din dyan yung position kung meron ka, their contact details. Okay? Then we have here the salutation and intro. So greet the hiring manager by name, then grab their attention by highlighting your relevant area of expertise. Why this position appeals to you and how you be a great fit for the role. So sometimes class no, baka hindi mo alam yung name ng hiring manager, pwede mo search sa internet. O kaya pwede mong tanungin kung ano bang name nung yung personnel or yung person na pagbibigyan mo or kung kanino mo i-address yung iyong cover letter. Kapag wala ka namang details at all, pwede na rin dito na ilagay natin na example, you're applying sa sales. Dear sales manager, or to sales manager and then the company and all. And also, highlight your relevant expertise sa my introduction. Of course, before you say that, sabihin mo muna yung objective mo kung ba't ka sumulat ng letter or your intention na applying with your company. And then you can highlight your relevant area of expertise. Bakit yung position na yon nakuha na yung attention mo? Diba? Or, and additionally, bakit ka fit doon sa position na ina-applyan mo? So the body of paragraphs explain how you can help the company achieve its goals, showcasing your relevant experience, education, and skills. Express your excitement to join the company and start doing excellent work. In applying for a job, you also want to see what you can offer. Ano ba yung pwede mong i-offer sa company? Ano yung assets mo na magagamit mo dun sa job? Anong expertise mo na pwede mong i-share? Ano yung mga strengths mo na mag-fit dun sa role as well as dun sa company values na ina-apply. So, dapat ma-showcase yun dito sa paragraph. Then, call to action paragraph. So, tell the hiring manager to send you an invitation to attend a job interview. Don't end your cover letter with a brief statement about how you hope to hear from them. Act like you deserve an invite. Yeah. In this side kasi class, in this part of the letter, it shows how you're really interested with the job, as well as how confident are you na fit ka dun sa work mo. So, it's important yung call to action natin. And then, and also, yes, that you're waiting for their call. Kumbaga, ready ka. Their call for an interview, ready ka for the position and the like. So, yun. It's important yung call to action paragraph natin as well as sign off. Use a professional cover letter closing such as sincerely, salutations natin to, sincerely, regards, and best regards. Yun yung mga formal terms na ginagamit natin sa business in ending a letter. And then, of course, write your name doon sa baba. Okay? So, in making a letter pala, avoid using dun sa unahan, avoid using dear ma'am or dear sir kasi it makes it more generic. How can we call that? Para siyang more on insincere side kasi parang it gives an employer a notion na lazy kasi hindi naman siya nag-research regarding dun sa company. It's important that you also know kung saan department ka nag-a-apply, you can address that dun sa letter mo. Tulad na example natin kanina, kung hindi mo mahanap, example lang ni Juan de la Cruz, nakita mo, to Mr. Juan de la Cruz. If you're not particular or if you're not sure regarding dun sa susulatan mo or pagbibigyan mo ng cover letter, pag-a-addressan mo ng cover letter, if is a male or baka female, you can omit or omit the Mr. and Miss. In the international setting, it's really okay with them. No problem with them regarding that. Or if you're not sure at all kung kanino mo i-address yung letter, just address it dun sa head noong department na pag-a-apply. Okay? So, yes. Ang professional cover letter class, it should include all the information that you have to say but at the same time precise. Usual na cover letter ay consist lang ng 200 to 350 words arranged in a single space and then A4. A4 ang usually na paper natin. Yung font size ng cover letter mo, dapat nagmamatch siya doon sa resume mo. I recommend you can use the same font if you like, or at least yung font na malapit doon sa font na ginamit mo sa resume. It should be businessy and, I mean, more in professional setting and easy to read. Okay? Ang cover letter, ang font size niya 12. Usually 12 lang. Ang margin 1 or 1.5 each side. Okay, so that mas readable siya and mas professional tignan. Okay, so yes, that's our lesson regarding resumes, cover letters, and applications. I hope you learned something from our lesson today. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.